Imagine you're in the bike lane, just minding your business when a car next to you wants to make a right turn. You can probably see their car, but can the driver see you? Are automotive drivers able to see bikers in their periphery and adapt accordingly? Or do they usually make split-second decisions that can lead to inevitable collisions? Let's look at how we can change this with the latest tech. Starting with a little bit of the new technology. Last year, the National Highway Traffic Safety Administration reported 42,915 fatalities on roads, which is a 10.5% increase over 2020. Over half of these involved vulnerable road users, which meant that not everyone involved was inside a vehicle. This number included cyclists as well, who made up 1,000 of those numbers. That's 19 cycling accidents a week. As with a lot of things, this turned out to be a problem that could easily be solved with better communication. This past week at Oceanside, California, German automaker Audi, alongside the Swiss bicycle manufacturer BMC and Spoke Safety, an American tech startup, brought together a group of reports to talk about the 5 main cases that represent most roadway accidents for vulnerable road users, both in the US and in Europe. They aimed to show how the latest technology, called Cellular Vehicle to Everything, or CV2X, could prevent these accidents by predicting likely scenarios. But how would it pull it off? Well, it uses signals that are addressed by other CV2X units in the surrounding area. Though their method of communication is unique, since it uses a dedicated part of the wireless spectrum that's reserved by the Federal Communications Commission, the device, depending on the application, can communicate information at a rate of 10 times per second, alerting both nearby drivers and road users about bikes or vehicles that may be passing by. Furthermore, where do we stand right now? At this point, the technology can only send warning messages to users, but in the future, it's expected to provide data to cars so that they can automatically react to such events. It claims to mainly be used in autonomous vehicles in the future, but BMC, Audi, and Spoke Safety believe that a version of it can save lives starting now. The biggest cause reported for car-related bike accidents takes place during sudden encounters, where drivers simply cannot see cyclists. The technology makes use of direct signals that can pass through barriers, such as buildings, cars, and even winding roads. Spoke Safety even went ahead and made an aftermarket device that can be installed on vehicles and cycles, allowing them to broadcast their presence to all other devices in an area. This signal not only warns drivers, but also gives city officials important infrastructural data. Reed Sigety, co-founder of Spoke Safety, said that their company is all about making vulnerable road users safe. They're trying to reduce the anxiety that is commonly present between cyclist and motorist. The company even made a prototype that acts as a rear brake light with a camera. They don't want people to just go and get a gadget they wouldn't need. They've also turned it into a brake light that flashes and can alert them about nearby vehicles. At least, that's according to Sigety. Moreover, the path to autonomous driving. The device isn't just for bike or car users, but is aimed at trying to make roads safer for everyone. Soon it's expected to be used at traffic intersections, construction zones, schools, road signage, buses, emergency vehicles, and pretty much everything you can think of can be made to use this technology, hopefully reducing our anxieties by a lot. But any kind of meaningful impact requires it to be used on a wider scale. Thus, it's integrated with AI that helps in decision making. Audi expects that by the time they're incorporating it into their vehicles, around 2025 or 2026, there should be around 5 million various units of it already working on all roads, with a further 60 million units that are expected by 2030. Anupam Malhotra, the senior director for connective services at Audi North America, said that if this can help save even a single cyclist's life, it's already worth it. They're even on their way to automating their vehicles and hope that CV2X would be an industry standard all across the board, no matter who the manufacturer is. One of the biggest plus points, and Arguably, the most important feature of this technology is that it doesn't rely on LTE coverage of any kind, since that takes too long to send out information. Instead of looking for a very specific address to send data to, it acts as a broadcast beacon that has direct contact with other devices, making it far more efficient. Additionally, safety as a societal technology. Autonomous driving is all about safety through cooperation, where data gives us the ability to predict scenarios so accidents can be avoided. The device would create important algorithms to make decisions that are needed to take place inside a car. Malhotra commented on this, saying that we want to live in a world where autonomous driving is a legit safe means of transportation. It in itself is a form of connective mobility that's bound to be like a gateway into more improvements for problems manufacturers are facing in terms of societal safety. The bicycle manufacturer, BMC, is trying to digitize their brand in the meantime, as a way to serve the needs of their riders in a better way. According to their chief marketing officer, May Ryder, is there any bigger need on the road than their customers' safety? Everyone knows someone who's been in an accident, or they've been in one themselves. It's kind of a no-brainer that safety is their biggest concern. BMC was approached by Spoke as their launch partner, and the company didn't hold back at all, saying that they went all in right away, and safety has become one of their key focuses. They've been constantly taking on feedback about how their products should be, making it more about what riders need and what matters to them. They've gone in a lot of different directions and tried to hone important features. After rounds of surveys and research, safety is still their #1 concern. Similarly, let's look at BMC's changes. The company, according to Ryder, is currently undergoing a shift. As a brand that's been focused on being engineering-driven and innovative, they're growing by placing riders as their focus, betting that this technology would help them. Technology is a huge game changer for them. As well as learning more about the tech perspective, the company is also trying to find out how it could be configured for proper use. Spoke has been very specific about it needing instant communication. When we factor in a city's infrastructure, everything could talk to each other, and the amount of data that comes out of that could be used to properly start learning and making much better solutions for what riders truly want, pushing the industry forward alongside it. The cause of vehicle-related cycling deaths is mainly because of transportation systems being designed with cars in mind, posing a risk to cyclists and other vulnerable road users. Though the good news is that this could bring a change to that. Micro-mobility, autonomous driving, and societal changes caused by COVID-19 are turning public spaces into safer, human-centric, and more equitable places. Coming up, with criticism against autonomous driving. Some of the biggest criticism it has received has been in the context of emergency services. What if law enforcement has to stop a vehicle to check if everything is going smoothly? Current autonomous driving technology isn't able to keep up with stopping suddenly. Neither does it know if it's being told to stop because of legal reasons. Moreover, in medical scenarios, such as a driver facing a health emergency while driving, couldn't possibly tell their car to change its destination or even to stop at the side of the road. Even if they somehow make a call to 911, the car still needs a specific location to stop at, and only then can professionals help the driver. While C-V2X doesn't completely solve these problems, it offers a safer path to self-driving cars and a pathway to a future that could tackle these major concerns as well, since the same technology might signal cars to stop by emergency or law enforcement services. Finally, the art of paying attention. However, until it matures, scales, and functions at higher levels, meaning that it can stop a car from crashing into a bike, its impact on societal safety will not be that big. Though if the technology can ultimately save lives and even lead to roadway injuries and fatalities being eliminated, it's a win for humanity. As we move towards a more automated world, actually paying attention has reduced, turning into more of a lost art. We're all constantly distracted, but hopefully with CV2X, we can still stay safe with these changes changes in our behavior, leading to much less tragedy and happier lives in the end. That's a wrap for this video. Do you think this technology could make it safer for bike riders? Let us know in the comments below. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up and subscribe to our channel for more videos like this. See you in the next one.